in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to.
In the custom of buffet, the transsexual to show faithfulness to him, you needed to kiss his butt ring. Individuals offered their spirits to Diddy, and afterward they're distraught now in light of the fact that the initiation cycle was somewhat harsher than they naturally suspected. You all did. He just put Feline Williams on impact for releasing upsetting proof of his sinister ceremonies to the whole world. Similarly, as we were attempting to recuperate from his club episode, Feline put all of us as eager and anxious as ever again with a hazardous meeting with Joe Rogan. Child Feline uncovered Holly odd for its evil customs, including buffet and purportedly one individuals who routinely play out these ceremonies. Is Diddy word on the road? Is Feline maybe going to release genuine film of one of these custom sources are presently saying Feline could truly be in peril, since Diddy is going to send a few hooligans after him to quiet him for good. Yet Katted truly uncovered Diddy's supposed sinister are ceremonies, and is Diddy genuinely attempting to end him for going excessively far with this one? We should stall down. So Feline Williams had the world in a stranglehold when he spilled some significant tea on around 50% of media outlets during his Club Shay interview 2 or 3 months prior, and when Shannon Sharp inquired as to whether he wasn't apprehensive about the reaction from these influential individuals, he was getting down on this, is what he said. Child Feline priority truly intended what he said on the grounds that he's been remaining on business from that point forward. Feline as of late sat with Joe Rogan for another unstable meeting where he concealed the whole business again. Now Feline recently let us know that your number one VIPs are paid by the higher ups to push particular plans and disregard other major problems. He moved up that explanation in his latest meeting, where he said the general purpose of Hollywood is to push the public authorities' misleading publicity, and our ventures can be based upon your capacity to know how certain things will hit specific individuals. And this was before we called things advancement and promoting. You understand what I imply? That is, Hollywood isn't actually there to engage you. Like, that is extraordinary that that occurs. Yet misleading publicity is something vital to all civilizations. Looking at the situation objectively, you can perceive how, for instance, a considerable lot of the films about the military or wars attempt to push favorable to military misleading publicity and whitewash savagery. Just to tell you how genuinely the public authority takes this thing, did you all realize that administration organizations like the CIA have divisions set up exceptionally to survey film scripts before they get delivered? Take films like the Oscar-designated No Dull 30, for instance. During the development of Zero Dim 30, the CIA was purportedly effectively involved and, surprisingly, gave a few ideas on the most proficient method to cause the film to address their inclinations. Yet Feline wasn't done right now. He then, at that point, jumped into how certain figures in Hollywood take part in ceremonies regarding buffet. To give you some setting, buffet started years and years prior and was initially a divinity that the Knights were blamed for revering, that later became integrated into different mysterious and Western obscure customs. That is the way we came to know buffet as the Lord of the Illuminati, or 666. Buffet had forever been given twofold elements: half human, half creature, half male, half female, half great, half terrible. Well, as per Feline, the justification for this is that buffet is evidently a portrayal of the trans plan, and it's undeniably connected to the dress-wearing plan for men in Hollywood. He additionally depicted the penances performed to respect buffet, and the manner in which he depicted it sounded basically the same as the supposed gay ceremonies Diddy performs at his gatherings. I had seen that word transsexual was, Baphomet the transsexual, thus I realized that the in the custom of Baphomet the transsexual to show loyalty to him you needed to kiss his butt ring. As a matter of fact, and it expressed both of those things, so I knew that both of those things will become famous later on. And that, some way or another calling individuals to goat would be standardized over the sheep being dependably the most famous reference. Genuinely, with regards to Diddy, Feline has had a ton to say regarding him in the past. We, as a whole, recall how only a couple of months prior Feline uncovered how he needed to leave $50 million 4 times since he didn't maintain that Diddy should enlist him into his gay religion. Anyway, it seems like there have been other male superstars who didn't have the chance to express no to Diddy or simply didn't want to take Orlando Brown. For instance, Orlando once did a meeting with Cam Capone where he discussed the disputable Balenciaga advertisement mission and why. The panda eyes truly mean you knew about panda, like I was letting you know P panda, so you got panda is a mystery code for him. Something specific, thus when all that matters is that sure thing, it's so what it is. You essentially have a specific nerve in your rectum, and assuming that you hit that sore spot, you can transform an individual into a creature. You can transform an individual into anything you desire them to be in the event that you hold them down. So basically, when you individuals of color like a blue face, and you know like that, he got thump up, yet he didn't get thump up where you thought he got thump up. He got thump up elsewhere. Okay, thus so the eyes emerge, and they call them panda eyes. Now what does this all have to do with Diddy? Well, in a new meeting with Cam Capone, Orlando discussed how Diddy was the head of the Illuminati, which he unusually alluded to as his family. What's much more fascinating is when Orlando discussed something many refer to as rite of passage, which is some kind of embarrassment custom that volunteers need to go through before they can turn out to be undeniable individuals from the Illuminati. Diddy. You know Diddy perhaps of my closest companion, right? Okay, so when you need to be a caper and you get hazed that you need to be a kappa, you needed to be a kappa, right? I need to be a capper. No, I'm trying to say to the individual that needed to be a kappa, okay? You need to be a kappa, anything that the it is. That's okay, we will fog you and fog you and fog you until you are a kappa. That happened. Individuals offered their spirits to Diddy, and afterward they're frantic now on the grounds that the rite of passage process was somewhat harsher than they naturally suspected. Then the meeting got considerably more upsetting when Orlando discussed how Diddy had been playing out this custom on Cassie in light of the fact that she probably needed to join the Illuminati, and that the main motivation behind why she sued Diddy was that the rite of passage got too unpleasant on her. You happy that you pulled off 3 million? Be cheerful. No, don't you stop me. Be cheerful. You pulled off 3 million. I don't give in everything you said to the cameras. You needed to be illuminate. You needed to large V. Needed to get pimped for it. So don't fault him for giving you what you requested, cuz he's actually going to be Diddy toward the day's end. Orlando got a lot of reaction after this video since we all seen Cassie's claim. And I don't feel that is something anyone would get into deliberately. Some said he was pursuing clout, insane, or even high on something anyway. Others were saying Orlando could have been one of Diddy's casualties, and that all that he's Maxim currently is a sob for a cysti. With significance, he did once say on camera that Diddy gave him the US/Moash. That interview filled bits of hearsay that Diddy had tricked Orlando into one of his gay ceremonies, and that is he reasoned Orlando appeared to flip out and going through a wide range of emotional well-being emergencies. Things got much hazier as of late when film of Orlando offering a few wild remarks began circumventing on the web. In the recording, Orlando records a portion of the men he has laid down within the business. We had intercourse, who you had intercourse with. Bust, you just let me know you see busted in the air terminal excessively. That attempt to carry on here didn't. No, you crushed Drake. I never crushed. Gracious. You had intercourse to Drake and C. Williams' brother. You crushing a many individuals. What's that name? Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard. Usher's a gusher. And the why you not naming no diggers? I'm telling you. Brother, it's my father's companions. My father's skis baddest companions on me. Who's your father, Lucifer? Now, we can all credit this to Orlando's regular insane talk, yet with all the